Bonjour class. Today we're going to talk about the Passé Composé with DOPs and IOPs. Remember to pause and rewind the video if you need to. We're going to start with IOPs because it's much simpler. So just to review, remember to find the indirect object, we ask ourselves the question, to whom? It is always going to be the preposition a followed by a person, and here you see the chart that has all of the indirect object pronouns as a reminder. In the Passé Composé, it's very easy. We just have to remember that the IOP comes right before the helping verb. So our sentence is, Je lui ai parlé, tu leur as téléphoné. And if it's negative, it's still very easy. The IOP comes right before the helping verb, and the ne comes right before the IOP. So we have, Je ne lui ai pas parlé, tu ne leur as pas téléphoné. Now, DOPs are a little bit more complicated with the Passé Composé, but let's review them in general first. To find them, we ask the question who or what, and the direct object pronoun has to agree with the noun it replaces in gender and number. So if the noun it replaces is singular and masculine, we choose le. Feminine and singular, we choose la. Singular and before a verb with a vowel, no matter if it's masculine or feminine, we choose L', and if it is plural, we choose les. And remember, these can replace both people and things. Placement is the same with IOPs. It comes right before the helping verb in the Passé Composé. So we have je l'ai invité, tu l'as apporté. Same with the negative, exact same placement. The DOP comes right before the helping verb and the ne comes right before the DOP. So we have je ne l'ai pas invité, tu ne l'as pas apporté. This is where it gets a little complicated and slightly confusing, because in the past we've learned that we do not change the past participle in the Passé Composé if the helping verb is avoir. I hope you remember that. However, if the direct object comes before the verb in the Passé Composé, we do need to make the past participle agree with the DOP. Now this is really complicated and will make more sense once you see some examples. But first let's talk about our rules of agreement. These you should probably be able to guess based on our rules of agreement in general. If the DOP is feminine, we add an E to the past participle. If the DOP is plural, we add an S to the past participle. If the DOP is feminine and plural, we add an ES to the past participle. We do not need to change the past participle if it's singular and masculine, just like usual. Now here are some examples. To start with the direct object, the first column, it's after, so we do not need to make the past participle agree. This is what you've been doing since French 2. However, on the right column, because the direct object is before the verb, we do need to make agreement. So we have Marc a vu Mathieu. In the Passé Composé, we have Marc l'a vu. No agreement, singular, masculine. But then, in the next example, notice our DOP, our direct object noun, is feminine. We have j'ai invité Marie. So in the Passé Composé, je l'ai invité, we do need to add the E for agreement. The next one, tu as apporté les stylos. Les stylos is masculine and plural. So in the Passé Composé, because the DOP comes before the verb, we have to add an S to the past participle. Tu les as apportés. And for the last example, il a vu ses cousines. Ses cousines is feminine, so we add an ES to the past participle because les, the DOP, comes before the verb, so we have il les a vus. When it comes to pronunciation, when we add these letters to past participles that end in E accent aigu, I or U, there is no change in pronunciation. So, j'ai invité Claire is still pronounced je l'ai invité. Elle a vu la guitare is still pronounced elle a vu. The change in pronunciation comes if the past participle ends in S or T, then there is this change. So, j'ai pris ma calculatrice becomes je l'ai prise. J'ai mis une robe becomes je l'ai mise. So we pronounce that S at the end now. I'd like you to get some practice doing this, so pause the video and finish the sentence choosing the right DOP and making the sentence agree in the Passé Composé. Here are the answers. Check your work. So just as a final review, remember if there is an indirect object, that's what we did first in this video, there is no need for agreement. The past participle stays the same no matter what. However, the direct object, when the DOP comes before the verb, we do need to make it agree. Okay. So, if you have any questions, please see me.